Hey haters, it's Pam.
It's Ainsley.
Hold on. We need to say no. I am on the pillow. It's embarrassing. I'm sitting on like 8 pillows because Ainsley and I look the same. I don't even understand. In every episode, she just looks really tall. And she's not taller than me. So I'd like everyone to know that. I just have very bad posture. I have scoliosis. I have an excuse.
But now you're sitting up straight and you still think you look shorter than I do?
I think I look stubby. Sorry for anyone listening, but
anybody new here, I swear. This isn't how we normally start.
Yeah, sorry. That's what we're working with today.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
It has. We got a lot done today. We went car shopping. Well, I went car shopping. I took Ainsley along for the ride. I couldn't do it alone. I need emotional support.
Yeah.
It's big girl decisions.
I got to test ride the car. It's very important.
Yes. Like how, because I mean, you're the one's going to be in it the most other than me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it kind of makes sense that you like the car also. Let's see. We got Chick-fil-A.
We went
to Adelaide's grad party.
We did not go to the beach because we didn't realize how long car shopping would take.
2.5 hours, people. Ridiculous. And we didn't even get a car.
Or get any closer to a car.
Right.
We actually got farther away from a car.
Right. Wow. Well, okay. But then we did grad party. That was fun.
That was fun.
Go Adelaide. She graduated.
Shout out Adelaide.
Yes.
She'll be on here soon.
Yes. We'll do an episode with her. I'm excited. It'll be fun.
She's our little blonde princess.
Yes. We love her. But she's going to UCF, so she'll have so much fun. Mm-hmm. Her grad party was fun. It was cute. She had a lot of pictures everywhere.
Yes.
And then, what did we do? And then I saw someone about a job opportunity. And then we came here. And now we're filming. But we need to recap our weekends. Okay, so, pillow down.
Dude, I want that back.
Oh, okay. Anyways, recap for this weekend. So I said in the last episode I was going to Post Malone. Very excited. And we had 5 tickets. There's 5 people in my family, so the 5 of us were going to go. And then my dad ended up not being able to go, and my brother. And my mom was like, let me try and sell the tickets. So she tries to sell them, and it was like, we just weren't going to make as much as when we bought them. So we were like, whatever. And my mom was like, hey, why don't you bring a friend and your sister bring a friend? So Ainsley got to go to Post Malone.
It was the best concert I've ever been to.
No, he was amazing.
It was so good.
He screamed a lot.
He did scream a lot, but he also sang.
No, he was amazing.
And he wasn't like lip syncing.
Right.
You could tell he was singing his heart out.
No, it was so good.
It was so good.
I know. And we had so we didn't have floor seats, but we had pretty cool seats because he performed on the stage and then he came into the crowd and went up on this lift.
Yeah.
He went up on this lift right in front of our front section. So we got to see him, which was so cool.
It was really good.
I mean, he was 50 feet away from us. It was awesome.
I wanted to reach out.
I know. But he was amazing. That was definitely
the whole thing was so good.
Right.
And I love when this is my little nerdy thing because I did crew in theater, so I did all the backstage stuff and seeing a good, well done set and watching how they do the lighting choreography and they have flames, it just hot. All that little stuff. I'm just nerding out about it, cool. And his was really good. He had it looked like there was a road, and it was
oh yeah, the stage.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
It was really good.
The flames were hot though. I know. I
felt
like a rotisserie chicken.
I know, and we were pretty far away from them.
Right.
It was at the Hard Rock Stadium,
right.
And the Hard Rock Stadium has flame
projectors.
Flamethrowers?
No, that's different. Flame projectors.
Is that what they call them?
Flame guns.
So flamethrowers.
Flamethrowers is isn't it
not important.
Okay.
Flamethrowers.
Okay.
That came out from around the top of the stadium,
right?
And those were so hot, and they were so unexpected. They went on, and it was just
it was
jaw dropping because he's going crazy on the stage and singing his heart out. Everyone is cheering, and then the flames.
And it was
out.
The front of the stage because the front of the stage had the flames multiple times throughout the night.
Yeah,
and then towards the end, that's when the around the stage ones turned on. And so it was hot when it was just the front ones, good. And I was that's warm. And then they turned the big ones. I'm scared because we want to go to the weekend, and we're probably gonna sit in the nosebleeds for that. But I'm worried because
the nosebleeds are close to the flames,
right? Exactly. I'm we're gonna be so warm. it's gonna be hot. Because I went when I was there for Taylor Swift, they had the flames, but like we didn't feel it because it's so high up and we were on the floor, so like you don't really feel it. Like we felt the front stage ones, but that was it. But like I was warm and we were only one section up.
Yeah.
The nosebleeds is gonna be hot.
Yeah, we were sweating.
Yeah, but it was fun though.
It was fun. It was so good. Like,
I loved it.
I'm excited for the weekend because like I'd never been to that stadium before, and seeing how well they put on a show there makes me so excited for a show like The Weeknd, where he probably has a little bit more funding than Post Malone because it's The Weeknd.
Yeah, his shows are crazy.
So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, no, I watched a few of the TikToks, and it's like his is very much production. Like his is a show,
and like I said, I nerd out about that.
So you'll love it.
I'm like, ooh.
I know it was
because like I appreciate like the singing and the music, and then the performing of the performers.
Yeah, performance.
Anyways, but then also like the little techie stuff is super fun, and especially seeing somebody like Post Malone, who has been there for like the past 10 years, so like we kind of grew up with him, and like he's been through his different eras and stuff, and we've been through different eras growing up. It was so good to like
it was
be able to see that.
And he did both because he's very like, what'd you say, it was like R&B and then like country, and then so he very much has two very separate types of music, but I feel like he did very so well of merging them. Like every other song was something different. He ended with Congratulations, which was so good. But yeah, I mean, he did amazing. No, I love that. That was literally one of the best concerts.
His voice is amazing.
Yeah,
I feel like he sounded so good live. And like I said, I don't think it was lip syncing because like it sounded different than the actual like track. Honestly, it sounded better. I love when
we need a live version.
Yes,
like a live album.
I love when artists do live versions where they put so much passion into it that they couldn't when they were recording in a studio.
Right. Because you can't do that. Like, you don't
really like go all out like that.
So many thousands of people around you cheering you on to. In a studio, you've got like 8 people. Like you're not, you know what I mean?
And you're making something for the radio, not for people to sing along.
Right, exactly.
Really, like, not singing it for yourself. You're singing it for the radio and something that can be put with music behind it in a like whatever production, So like when they really get to like let loose and sing about like these deep topics that like they wrote these songs about, there's just so much passion and energy, and it just, I love live music.
No, it was amazing.
He was so good.
Yeah, like I'd see him again. Like it was so good.
So good. And he's all over my TikTok right now. Because when because it was like the night before, and Peyton was like, hey, you want to go to Post Malone tomorrow? And I was like, oh, yes. So I'm like stressing out. I'm like scrolling on TikTok, like, what do I wear? Because he's like R&B to country. So it's like people don't wear full country stuff, and people don't wear full like concert fits. So it's such like a weird mix. And so that was a struggle. So I was scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So now he comes up on my For You page all the time.
I love him though.
Like all of his little clips. Because he's so good. And he's just so happy to be there.
No, he's so fun. And his little shirt, like he had some like kid shirt with like a gator on it.
Yeah.
And like that's his fits for all of his concerts that I've seen. He just has like some little boy's t-shirt on and pants.
He had a little boy's t-shirt on, skinny jeans, and cowboy boots.
Right. Like he's just
and then
happy
he changed
to be there.
a hat every
10 seconds. Someone gave him a new hat and he put it on.
Yeah, he just like grabbed a hat from somebody in the audience and put it on.
Yeah, him and I have matching hats too. He grabbed one that was that I have, so that I thought that was cool.
That was cool.
We got matching hats. We match with Posty.
Posty.
I know we match. That made me so excited. But the Post Malone concert, that was a lot of fun. But you had a week. I feel like you had a really good. And I mean, you were so happy. And then you had a kind of not good. But I want people's opinions on this, though.
Remember how we last episode finished by saying, Ainsley, you'll find somebody, like, you'll find him. So I thought I found him. I know that was like a week ago, but I thought I found him. So this guy or whatever, he texted me, he was like, hey, like, it's such a nice day out, like, let's go out on the jet skis. And I was like, okay, like, I'm not going to turn that down. I wasn't doing anything. And so I went over. He's great. Like, he's perfect. He's over 6 foot. He's tan, blonde, green eyes, freckles, so cute. And then, like, yes, he's very attractive, but also he has goals. We have similar goals in life, like with the family and stuff. He is out working in the field. Like, he didn't go to school. He just got right in there, which I appreciate.
Right, like he has a real job right off the bat.
He has a real job right off the bat. He comes from a good family, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of. He's very passionate, very driven. Like, it just, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my man.
This is the one.
Because, like, he kind of, like, got my humor. Like, I was a little sassy with him, and he was a little sassy back. Like, it was just, like, it was good.
It flowed.
And so we got, like, he walked me to my car at the end and whatever, and was like, hey, like, second date? And I was like, yeah, of course. So I'm so excited. I'm so giddy. We have a second date planned. And then he texted me the night before the date, the second one. And he goes, let's not do mini golf and dinner, because it's just a lot of money to spend on a second date. And I was like, this guy, like I said, he's working in the field. He drives a Corvette. A blue Corvette. This man is not ashamed of his money.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's weird. Especially because, like, for me, like, I immediately after that was like, I could see myself dating this guy long term. Like, I just feel like we really clicked. So for him to be like, oh, I don't want to spend that much money on somebody, I'm just going on a second date. Because, like, in my opinion, it's not just a second date. It's the second one of very many more.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, okay. And so then, day of, I texted him and I'm like, hey, like, what time were we thinking? And he goes, oh, so I actually got my license suspended because he had too many unpaid parking tickets. So
it sounds like he's tight on money, though.
I know.
So, like, that's why I'm just confused.
Why are we lying?
Don't lie about it, though. No, like, I'd rather you look at me and be like, listen, like, I'm so sorry. I cannot go out to dinner. Like, I can't pay a price to go out to dinner. Come over to my house and make you mac and cheese.
Okay, so I did that. That's what I did.
Right.
Because he was like, oh, it's just a lot of money to spend on the second date. And I was like, that's fine. Like, money's tight over here for me, too. Like, let's go to a park. Like, let's go to a Publix, get some subs, go sit in a park on a picnic blanket.
Right.
I just want to spend time with this guy. And he was like, no, money's not the issue. I was like, what? Okay. And, like, again, like, your license got suspended for not paying parking tickets. Like, even if your license is suspended, I know plenty of people who are driving without a license, period. Like,
that's so bad, though.
I know, but, like, he shouldn't be driving so recklessly that he thinks he'll get pulled over and that he'll have to, like...
That's true.
My thing is, like, there's no reason why that... Like, good on him for being, like, responsible, but there's no reason that should have been enough to cancel.
That's true.
Especially because, like, I came up with a lot of like...
You gave options.
I gave options of what we can do. I would have driven to him, like... But he really... What?
You have a car?
I have a car.
Right.
Like, I really want to see this guy. Like, I was willing to put in that extra effort, and he just really wasn't compromising and, like, kind of giving me any help in planning what I wanted to do.
Right.
So he was like, are you gonna be mad if we reschedule? And I left it unopened. Because, like, I am annoyed. And, like, now at this point, I put in the effort to try to plan a different date so that we didn't have to spend money.
Right.
I put in the effort to follow up and make sure we were still going out. I put in the effort to offer different ideas of what we could do because he was having an issue with his car. Like,
right.
He didn't put in any of that extra effort.
That's so annoying.
And so I was like, I'm leaving it unopened. If I hope, because like I said, I really like this guy. I hope he says something like, I hope he reaches out and is like, hey, I figured it out. Let's go out. Because, like, I really thought he felt the same way. Because he, like, was a little shy. Like, I love my emotional boys. We know this. And then he kind of stuttered a little bit when I first met him. And he was like, oh, it's just because you're making me nervous. And I was like, ah. So, like,
we love.
And, like I said, like, he initiated, like, we're going on a second date, right? Yes, we are. Like,
right. That's
so
odd.
What happened that he changed up so much? And, like...
Yeah. Was it, like, in the same... Like, when was the second date planned? Like, how many days after the first date? When was it? When were you going to go out? Not when it was planned. When were you going to go out?
Yesterday.
And when did you go out the first time?
I'm trying to think. I don't even know.
Was it, like, 2 days? Or was it...
No, it was, like, Sunday. Like, it was, like, not quite a week, but a couple days.
Yeah. Oh,
And I was like,
that's really odd. I don't know.
so like I'm kind of annoyed, and
Fair.
as we know, I will put in the effort, but then as soon as it's really not being returned, I'm
Right.
kind of out of it.
Fair.
But that sucks so much. I liked him. And like I said, like I thought it was like reciprocated and like
It's okay. You'll find your person.
I'm scared.
You will. I'm not worried.
Yeah. So
You always well. I think you'll always have a backup.
So that leads into this episode's topic. Pretty well, actually.
I know, right?
So I picked this week's, and this week's Dislikeable is the
boy
best friend. Because, like, it's very stereotypical. It's in every show.
Yeah.
The boy best friend. There's always that one guy that, like, you're just so close with, and then a little bit, like, feelings start to grow. He probably fell first, obviously.
As they normally
He's got feelings for you, then he gets a little jealous, and you get like
right.
whole thing, and then the main character ends up falling for him. Yeah. Like,
but it happens in real life, though. Like, it's not just movies. It is so real life.
But in real life, it's a little bit more, like, dramatic. Like,
I feel like it's more issues. Like, in shows, it's, like, one issue, and it's, like, okay, big thing, and then they get together and it's end. I feel like in real life, there's, like, 2 ways it can go. Like, and we will share, exactly, and we will share it, I feel like, totally on both of our perspectives, which makes it so good. You get both of our perspectives. But I feel like it's very much either boy best friend, it's like a whole thing, you fall in love, you date, and you're done.
Perfect.
Like, perfect.
You're dating, you marry your best friend, you live the rest of your life with your best friend. Or you no longer have the best friend.
Right, and then you lose a best friend, you lose your best friend, and you lose someone that, like, you were, you know, attached to. Like, you get attached to them. I feel like, yeah. So that's difficult. But
so you can go, because I was just yapping. Okay. So you can say the good, and then I'll go the bad way.
Or God forbid you date them, and then you lose a boyfriend and a best friend all in one.
Come on, stop stealing my stuff.
Sorry.
I'm getting there.
Sorry.
But it's your turn.
Okay, well, on my side of it, mine's, like, actually happy, so I know, I'm making
there's
it, like,
no dislikable for
right,
her.
Exactly.
It's just, like,
I'm showing it can be really good, and then Ainsley will be showing you the dislikable and how everything's bad. I don't know. Well, I mean, from my, like, thing, I'm using I have notes. We've decided we're taking notes because it helps. Because I'm really ADHD.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the guy I'm dating now, he was my best friend for 5 years? 4 years before we started dating? 4 years. So,
Eighth.
I started dating.
You started dating 11th or 12th?
Right. I don't know. I went into 12th grade with a boyfriend.
It's like 4 years.
4 years. So, like, we were best friends for years. We had some.
There was some ups
right, I know. I'm not seeing this.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the dislikable, though.
Kind of like.
But this is the dislikable. Like, we were best friends, and it was great when it was good. But when it was, like, there was an issue, because that was the thing, is since we were best friends, it was, like, where do you draw the line between, like, you're just my friend, and, like, okay, we know there's feelings
flirty
there.
Friendship.
Exactly. Like, we know there's feelings there, but we're not dating, so it's, like, right in the middle. I feel like that's the problem. And, like, for us, at least, is it was an issue because we were like, okay, we're not dating. Like, we're literally just friends. But if someone went off and did something, we're going to be annoyed about it. Like, no, that's my person.
Like, the main thing is, like, jealousy gets in the way.
Oh, it does. Because it's like, no, it's my person, not yours.
And that's how you start realizing you do have those feelings. Because you start getting those little bits of jealousy when they're talking about that girl or, like, going hang out with somebody else.
Right. It's like, wait, what are you doing? Why aren't you with me? Why aren't we? So, yeah, it's definitely jealousy that gets in the way of that. But I feel like we were, you know, on and off 4 years, whatever. And then we, like, tried dating sophomore year, and I was like, yeah, no, because I really didn't want a boyfriend in high school. Like, I had said that, like, very, like, lots of times. I was like, I just didn't want a boyfriend in high school, and, like, I dated, but I never was like, yeah, I want to have a boyfriend and be, like, tied down all of high school. Right. High school is a law on its own, and I feel like you can totally do it in a relationship, but I think it's also so fun to do single. So I very much wanted to be single during high school, and so we tried dating. It didn't really work, and whatever, and then we got back to being friends again, which was good. But, I mean, no, he truly is my best friend, so that's good. But it's nice because I I'm like, it's someone you can always talk to, and since we've known each other for 6 years now,
they already know everything about you.
Exactly.
There's no like bombs being dropped or anything.
Exactly.
You can talk about anything, like.
Right. And I think that's also another big thing is like, you know, we were best friends, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, you guys are like dating and whatever. We're always like, no, we're not. But like, I am so sorry. Guys are rarely friends with girls who they wouldn't be with. Like,
Yeah,
that is number one. Like, I mean, my mom said that since I was like 6.
Everyone
like,
says that.
Right. Like, you listen, and I think there's sometimes when I'm like, no, you can totally have like a friendship and like there's nothing there.
Like, her boyfriends, like your boyfriend's friends, like, are your friends too, without them being like romantic, like,
right, exactly,
interests. So it's like,
exactly,
it's possible. And like, I have some friends that I'm like,
right, like, it definitely wouldn't.
So like, it's possible that if it's 2 attractive people that hang out outside, like, typically if it's like a group setting, you're not really like looking for something in every single person. Right. But if it's 2 people that are friends with just each other,
right,
that's when it starts being like,
I know,
there's something going on there.
I know. And kind of going off that point, but every guy, I mean, this isn't true for you, but for every guy, you'll see what I'm saying, but for every guy that I've been on a date with, him and I were friends before, or very close friends. Yes, every single guy. No. So like, exactly, that's what I mean. I can't relate. That's what I mean. Like, every guy I've dated, we were friends for a good amount of time before, and then like we were kind of like, and then I was asked out. Like, that's just how it's been. Yeah. Because I'm like, you're like, I'll date, like, I'll go on dates, I'll do whatever. I'm very much like, I need to get to know you before.
Really?
So like, but that also
dates
proves
are for getting to know each other.
Oh no, that's scary. No, I already want to know you. But like, that's proves my point of like before of like, guys are rarely friends with girls they wouldn't date, because I mean, not every, I don't want to say every, but most guys I've been friends with, I've
eventually,
right, exactly, have either asked me out or I've gone out with them. So like, the point kind of stands on its own. But yeah, I mean, guys are also, I feel like,
I wrote so much.
I know, I did. I wrote a lot of notes because I just, it keeps me better on track. Like, I know what I'm talking about. I'm like,
I wrote like really vague bullet points, but
I mean, I didn't write too many things. I just kind of was like...
Did you write like full sentences?
No, they're bullet points. They're just long bullet points.
Can I read them?
Yes.
So I know when it's my turn. So I want to butt in, but I need to like...
Okay, well, the last thing is what I'll say, and then you'll go. So anyways, while she's looking through my bullet points, but guys are also, I feel like, because when you have girls, like, we're very judgmental. I mean, we are the most judgmental humans I know.
We know this.
So, like, but I feel like with guys, which this is good and bad sometimes, because sometimes it's like, I want you to care. You know what I mean? But I feel like guys are also very, like, why does this matter? And you kind of are like, you know what? You're right. Why does this matter? Like, it takes you down a notch. So it is nice having, like, guy friends, because it's like, you know, she said this about me. She said, why do you care? You're not even friends with her.
No, there's such a stigma about, like, pick-me girls, and the whole, like, I'm only friends with guys because girls are just so difficult, and it's just so much easier to be friends. But, like... No,
but, like, it is,
But, though. Like, it is easier
We're to be difficult to be friends with. Like, girls are difficult.
As very difficult females,
right,
we can admit that it is difficult to be friends with us, and with girls that are similar to us.
Right.
So, like, I hate that it's, like, a thing, but it's like, no, but, like, they are.
No, they're so much easier to be friends with. Like, it makes sense.
A lot of girls, like, you can find girls that are not like this. Like, they do exist, but it's always, like, TV drama or boy drama, and then, like, we go shopping, and then we go to the mall, and then we go shopping at Target. Like, but, like, with guys, like, they can talk about nothing for so long with so much passion, and it's just so funny.
Yeah,
and it's funny watching them interact with each other. You can go do anything with a guy. Like, I couldn't imagine asking, like, our girlfriends to go to, like, Rapids.
Yeah, no.
Like, the water park. But, like, the guys would be like,
yeah,
yes, let's go. Like, why are we not there right now?
Right, exactly.
So, like, there's so many things. Like, you can find girls to, like, be down to do stuff like that, but it's a little bit more difficult, especially with how we are super girly. They might not like us.
Right.
So, the issue is there are girls that, like...
That's true.
Exist that are a little bit more tomboyish and, like, doing that stuff, but, like, they might not like the girly girls.
Right.
But we are.
There's a lot of different, like, I don't want to say, like, types of girls.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, also, there's different types of girls.
For sure.
So I definitely think that goes off of it. But no, that's why it's so nice though, just being friends with guys, because they truly are just like, they're down for whatever. Like, the only thing is
they talk about nothing.
Right. But like, planning things though.
Planning? Oh,
that's the worst. That's why girls are better though, because we plan things like this. No, trying to make plans with a man, forget it.
You know, that's why, like,
or a group, not even one, because one you can be like, hey, this time, this place, here. And there's like multiple, it's a mess.
And like, I have a close group of guy friends, and someone will text in our group chat, hey, are we doing this? No response.
Oh my gosh.
Like 2 days later, somebody be like, oh, sorry, no. And it's like, what? Okay, and then someone will text 3 hours after that one and be like, okay, so when are we doing this? No response. And it's just so impossible. And like, if it's like more than like 3, it's like, I have this, and I have golf, and then I have this, and then I have work on this day at this time. And like I said, they don't respond very quickly, so all of these texts are sent an hour apart.
Oh my gosh.
And so it takes 2 days to plan anything.
Right.
But then also, on the other side, that's like for planning something. You could also totally text a group of guys and be like, hey, let's go to the beach right now.
Right.
And like, okay, all of them would show up.
Right.
With girls, it's like, what are we wearing? Where are we going? What are we doing something after? Do we bring a change of clothes? So that's a little bit more complicated. So it's like, they're so difficult.
Yeah. This makes me think of, I'll like bleep out his name, but when we went to had no clothes, and and like one of our friends was literally in like the same pair of shorts, and he had like, I don't even think he had a shirt, he stole a shirt from someone, and he was like, yeah, I'll stay here, like he was like, we're staying at our friend's house, and he was like, I'll stay here tonight, but I have no clothes, I don't have a phone charger, I have nothing. He's like, it's fine though. And I'm just like, what? Like, if I might even not be coming home, I'm bringing a toothbrush, I'm bringing face wash, I'm bringing like 4 outfits, a bikini, a towel, like the list. And he's just like, yeah, chill, whatever I want to bring. And I'm like, that's crazy.
No, it's so funny. But like, I love that spontaneity. This is totally getting off topic a little bit. But like, that is why I have a whole wardrobe in my car.
Yeah.
Everything I am wearing right now, down to my shoes, is just permanently in my car.
Right.
Unless I wear it, bring it inside, wash it, and then I replace it with something else. Like, I have bathing suits in my car, I have shorts in my car, I have every shoe choice. I've got like going out shoes, dinner shoes, beach shoes, work shoes. I have a work dress always in my car. I've got hair stuff. I've got like, I love the spontaneity that like boys can do, and just like
just be there.
Just be there.
And that's
but
why
also
they're the best.
They're the best. I can't be that spontaneous, and therefore I need 8 outfits in my car for everything.
That's true. But no,
I can't live off the same shorts for 2 days.
I know. No, that was crazy. I was like, what?
We went to the beach in them, and then he hung out in them, and then he slept in them, and then he woke up and wore them the next day, and then hung out some more, and like, ew.
I know. I need a different outfit.
Could you imagine taking a shower and putting on the same clothes?
No, that's crazy.
You're doing negative work.
I know. At that point, don't even shower.
Oh, but that's a thing we can talk about guy best friends, is sometimes the hygiene's lacking.
That's true.
Typically, like, if they like you, like, if the guy's kind of like, they will put extra effort into themselves and like make sure they wash their hair and make sure they're shaved and like, but if it's like a guy friend that there's nothing going on there,
like just platonic,
oh
it's like,
gosh,
it's like,
please shower. Oh my goodness, deodorant, please. When was the last time you brushed your hair and it's like matted, like the dog fur?
Oh my gosh, stop.
They're so bad sometimes.
Yeah. No, they're just a special type of human. Like, boy best friends are truly just a special type of human.
Yeah, because they get comfortable.
Right.
And then they're like,
she doesn't
they just
care.
leave it, like...
Exactly. They're like, she doesn't care. She's going to be around me regardless. No, so it's like, whatever. Oh, that's the worst. But, I mean, yeah, that would be, like, mostly my side of it, I guess, is that, like, it's very, you know...
when it works, it is amazing.
It's amazing. No, because I have my best friend. I've known him 6 years. He knows everything about me. Like, so he, you know, he just understands everything. And I'm like, see, like, this is great because we've been friends for so long. You're also my best friend. I can tell you anything. And, like, that's the best. But, like, then it goes to, like, the scariest part of all of it is, like, my relationship won't end. But for any reason, if it did, then you lose your best friend and you lose a boyfriend. That's, like, a twofer. Like, that's horrible. So I know that's the worst. So that's like the scary part of it. But I feel like you can go off of what I've been saying.
So there was this guy. Me and Dana have been friends with him for like ever. Like we went to K through 12 school. Peyton came in middle school. I came in elementary. This guy had been here the entire time. So like you get pretty close with the people, even if you don't know them that well or hang out with them outside of school. Mm-hmm. You get pretty close with these people.
Right.
So like he's always been around, whatever. We started getting really, really close. Like I said, I did crew. He did crew.
I'd like to say I knew him first, though. Just to put that out there.
I knew him first.
No, I did.
When did you know him?
I met him like the year before you guys started hanging out because he would come into sped classes sometimes.
No, I knew him though before.
But you weren't like friends with him. Like I was friends with him first is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I would just like to put that out there because I need like clarity.
Hold on, we can cut all this out. This is just yapping. No.
Yes!
Because this 8th grade year, which is when you came, he asked you and me out.
Who? Oh, I thought you were talking about...
No, I'm not.
Oh. Wait.
Actually, we can bleep this all out and then keep this word in. So, this is building up, and I'll get to it. But we have this dilemma right now where, like, I dated the guy best friend, and that's who I was talking about. But I have one right now that's kind of causing issues, and that's what she's talking about.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm talking about...
I was so offended. I met him first.
That is true. I didn't I didn't know him.
No, I knew him first. I knew him.
No. Okay. Anyways.
Oh God.
So
continue.
Me and him were best friends. We had that little bit of drama where it was like, he definitely likes me.
No.
We're still really close. I kind of like him, and it's kind of like no. Like the push and pull of do we stay friends? Do we try it?
Right.
Like, because everyone, like she said, like, going into it, you could lose a best friend after this. You can either have the best friend for the rest of your life,
right,
or you lose them.
Right.
Scary. So we kind of went back and forth for months about what to do, and we just kept getting closer and closer, and he was my best friend. And then, so right before college, we made it official, started dating.
Right before college? Like, what? We should have known.
But, like, he was my person, and it really felt good to go into college with somebody that I was close to. And, like, I told everything to. I hung out with him so much. Like, he was my person. Like, so it felt good to have that stability and the connection with somebody when I was about to go somewhere where I didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
And to have, like, a rock.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, that's so cute.
Shut up. Anyways, so as we kind of know where the story's going, it didn't work out. And I'll admit at times it was hard to be able to see him as more than just a friend. Because it was like, no, this is my bestie. Like, this is, like, that's my bestie. Like, ew, like...
It's weird.
It's weird. Like, he would say something, like, mushy, and I would be like, ugh.
No, the switch is weird.
Why are you, why are you saying that to me? Like, you're just my bestie. So, like, it was a challenge at times to be able to, like, separate who he is as my boyfriend from who he is as my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Because, personally, that's an issue for me. You said you like to know people and be friends with them before you start dating.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Really? That's
like,
so funny.
With this new guy, like, we were friends, and then we were co-workers, so we'd spend 8-hour shifts together just talking.
Yeah.
And then we'd go hang out after. Like, he was my best friend. Like, he just...
Right.
Not my best friend at the time, but, like, it was definitely building up to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then recently, we started hanging out, like, every other day. Like,
yeah,
we're always going out and doing stuff. And, like, the same thing where it's like, ew, like, that's my bestie. Like, I don't...
Yeah, I get that.
Which is opposite of what you said, because you said you'd rather be friends with somebody for, like...
Because it makes it easier when you start dating them.
No, for me, it's like, ew, like, he's... Because I got to see all that sides of him where he was, like, the unshowered, unshaven, gross, stinky. I've seen him at his worst. I've seen him like talk about other girls. I've seen him like other girls, and like it's just like ew, like that's my bestie. Like you can't.
Okay.
So like that's why it's like
Yeah.
I am not. Sorry, he's gonna listen to this. I'm not considering dating this guy, and we know that.
Oh, we're not blocking him from this episode?
No, he can listen.
Oh, okay.
He knows all of this. I mean, like,
okay.
Like I said, I see him every day, and I tell him everything.
That's true.
So, like...
Okay, so go back to the first one, though, because you were still there.
What did I say?
You were saying, like, he was your rock when you went to school.
Oh, he was my rock. And then, like, we had a couple issues, and like I said, I had a hard time seeing him as, like, my boyfriend, and not just, like, my best friend. And, like, he went to college. He changed a lot. We were doing long distance. It just, like, issues on issues on issues. Like, and then, like, mentally I wasn't, like, in the right zone for a relationship, I feel like. Like I said, like, going into college is difficult. Like, we will talk about that on one episode soon.
Yeah.
And so we broke up, and then after that, so I just lost my best friend. I lost the person I called at night. I lost the person I called when I was walking to class. I missed the person I called when I was driving from my dorm to the gym. Like, just somebody I would text everything to, send snaps to all the time, send TikToks to. Like, he was my person.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden, there is a void that has, because not only was my best friend, he was my boyfriend. Like,
right. It's the twofer. It's awful.
It's the twofer. Like, all of a sudden, I have all of this time I don't know what to do with, and that is the worst.
Yeah.
Like, losing your person and then having to fill the void, and, like, that loneliness and that. Luckily, by this point at college, like, I had found a good group. They were all very supportive of the whole process, and, like, Peyton was there too, I guess.
I've been there for 5 years, but yes, I was there for that also.
Anyways, so it's hard. And, like, sometimes I do still, I'm like, oh, let me go, I can't text him that, can I? Ugh, and, like, that's true of every breakup. Because, like, even if they're not your best friend to begin with,
they were when you were dating.
Your best friend.
Right, exactly.
And so the issue is filling someone you put so much time into that was, like, an extension of yourself.
Yeah.
And trying to fill that. And, like,
moral of the story, breakups suck.
Moral of the story, breakups suck. Especially if they're your best friend.
I know.
Before, yes. Because, like, you have even... Say you date somebody for, like, 3 months. They become your best friend in those 3 months. It doesn't hurt as much as somebody you've been friends with for years.
Right.
And then you date, and then you cannot talk to them anymore.
Yeah. Because you were friends with them for, like, what, 5 years?
Yeah. Or my issue with this relationship was, like... It was worse. Like, we've known each other since 5th grade. Became best friends the year before our relationship. Dated. Best friends in the relationship. And so you would think you would know somebody after all that time. And so that's another thing I want to mention is, like, the betrayal of realizing, like, who was that?
Right.
Like, that wasn't my best friend. That is somebody who it's a stranger. Yeah. And, like, that's true of a couple of, like, relationships, even ones that I wasn't best friends with before, but, like, somebody you become best friends with, like, then they start doing things you didn't expect them to, and things they would say they never would do, or saying things, hanging out with people they would never, like, all of those things, and it's just like, who is that? Like, that's not my best friend. Like,
right.
So that hurts, because it all feels like, if you feel betrayed, but also, like, it's all a lie. Like, it's
right,
like,
exactly.
Were they ever my best friend? Was this all one-sided? Like,
and you don't have anyone to complain to about it, because you just
I
lost
know,
your best friend.
You can't go to them and be like, can you believe blah 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 did this?
Exactly, because that's what you would do normally.
That's what you would do. If somebody started, like, if one of, like, my girl best friends started acting differently and being, like, kind of weird,
right?
I'd go tell my other best friend about it, and then, like, you don't have that person, so then it's all just, like, this pent up, like, emotion and, like, things you can't really say to anybody else, and just the boy best friend.
They're just awful.
They're awful.
Yeah. Well, Why don't we talk about your new boy best friend?
My new boy best friend. Like I said, like he was my coworker. Neither of us work at that restaurant anymore. Terrible. But we would be there for 8 to 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
And it was so slow and so boring. All we would do is talk to each other. And so, like, he knew all about the drama with the boy before him. Like,
yeah.
And, like, so he knew all of my secrets. Like, I'd get really emotional and he would be there for me. Like, he just, like, even before there was any romantic feelings, he was
before. So there is now.
A very, very close friend.
You're a mess.
I hate her.
I'm just so happy it was on camera.
No, Peyton is convinced that me and this boy
Everyone that hears this is going to be convinced too.
No. Sorry.
You said before. Before there was any romantic feelings.
Yes.
Which would imply that there's an after.
Yes.
Which would be romantic feelings.
Yes.
Because he's in love with you.
He is in love with me.
Okay. At least we cleared that up.
No, we knew that.
You deny it sometimes.
Oh, I deny it all the time. Because it's a joke. Like,
he's in love. But yeah, continue on.
He is my best friend. I am his best friend. We can read each other's minds at this point.
Uh-huh.
And I know that there's nothing going on there. There's nothing, like...
Never.
There was, like, a moment. Like, obviously. Where I was kind of like, oh, okay.
Well, there's been a few.
Because, like, I am single, and I get sad sometimes, and lonely, and I wish I had a boyfriend.
Get a hamster.
And so, I have a fish. I can't do a hamster, too.
Ew.
Ew.
No, hamsters are just really gross.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a fish. They're saying ew to my fish.
What's its name?
Penne.
Penne.
Like the pasta.
I know.
Because she sits in warm water all day.
What was the other one's name? Spaghetti?
No. Tortellini. And my shrimp were macaroni.
Okay, continue on. Back on topic.
So, like, it's really easy to call this boy and say, hey, like, let's go do this couples trend. Let's go out to this place to eat that I really wanted to try. Like,
let's go to a museum together in Miami.
We did do that. Can that be the post? Me at the museum with him?
Yeah.
Okay. That's messy. I love it.
Wait, what picture now?
I don't know. We have mirror selfies.
But you can't make it too obvious. He can't be in it.
He's 6'3". I'll crop his head out.
Oh, that's fine. No, I like that. Okay.
Anyways, so, like, it's really easy when you have a boy best friend to do those kind of little romantic things that you would be doing with a boyfriend, but are instead having to do with the boy best friend.
Because who wants commitment?
Like I said, I still like he's not my person. Like, I don't want to date him. And I'm pretty sure he's on the same page where, like, we love doing our little things, and because he also hates commitment, because I know him so well. He hates commitment. He doesn't want to date somebody, especially because he's going off to college.
Yeah, that's true. Because he's younger. Everyone keep that in mind. For the episodes, a few episodes ago, when she was screaming at me because mine were all younger. Keep in mind, hers
so
is
he's younger. Whatever. He's going off to college. Like, we are both very much on the same page. Like, we do not want to date each other. We don't want to date, period.
Yeah.
So he kind of does the same thing where he'll send me a TikTok trend and he's like, oh, like, let's go do this.
Yeah.
And, like, so it's just easy to, like, fill that little bit of a void of, like, oh, I wish this couple on TikTok's so cute. I wish I had somebody to do that with. Or, me and him used to go to this place. I want to go there again. And, like, just kind of not doing things alone and doing things you would do in a relationship, but with that boy best friend.
Yeah. No, because it's nice. You always have someone there. And
it's
a guy. He's always going to be down to do whatever.
He's always, like we said earlier, like, you can text a guy, be here at this place, and they'll be there.
Exactly.
Like,
no questions asked.
And he does that. He'll be like, okay, yeah, that.
Right.
Like, my parents know him so well, like, he'll just show up at our house.
That's the best.
Like, unannounced. Just, like, he'll walk in the front door and we're just like, oh, okay.
Yep, there he is again.
Yep. He just hangs out. I do the same thing at his house, like...
Because doesn't he build furniture at your house?
He does. My mom last night was like giving me a bunch of chores. Like I had to wash the car, put the dishes away, move boxes, and I was like, I'm just gonna call him. Almost said the name.
I know.
Everybody who knows who this is, but like it's whatever.
It's okay.
I'm just gonna call him and make him do it. And my dad like rolled his eyes, and I was like, "You made him do stuff."
What are they for? Like,
I
that's
know.
what he's there for.
Like I said, the same thing. Like if I had a boyfriend, I'd make my boyfriend do it.
Exactly.
But I instead have the boy best friend that can come over and do it for me.
No, why not?
Why would I move boxes
When you have him.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Because like my parents didn't have a son. Like we don't have a boy in the house. So like whenever Ainsley has a boyfriend or
boy best friend,
complicated boy best friend, they're perfect.
Right.
That's like kind of off topic, but we've like my dad has made men like my boys like mow the lawn, and my mom makes them build furniture like shelves for her, and like they do it willingly. Like they're fine with it.
They're not like, ugh, that's nice.
Like that's a test, honestly.
I know. If I can be if, like, hey, you need to do this.
If I'm like, hey, like my dad just had surgery, like go mow the lawn, and if they're like, ew, why would I do that? Are they gonna pay me?
Oh,
get out!
My gosh,
get out!
I know. That's awful.
Like, they have to be willing to help out around the house.
I'm trying to think.
If the boy best friend can do it, so can they.
Right. I think what this is reminding me of, this is so awkward. Oh. You weren't invited to my Sweet 16, right?
We know that. Yeah.
Okay. But this was on our little friendship break. But you weren't invited. But I'll bleep the names. Came over, and the first thing that like it was this girl and her boyfriend, and they walked into the house, and like they came early because I was friends with her and she brought her boyfriend. And the first thing my dad said, he was like, "Hi, nice to meet you." And then he shook the boyfriend's hand. He's like, "Hey, come with me." And he was like, "Okay." And he just like walked away. And she was like, where are you going? And he was like, "I just need help." And he has him like carrying the ladder back and forth throughout the house. It was so funny. And we're all just sitting there watching. We were all like, oh my gosh. Because like he truly, like, my dad could have done all that himself. But he was like, "I don't want to carry the ladder. Come with us."
It's
and
a
he just carried it. And I was like,
because, like, you know, your dad would have been like, you need to tell that girl to break up with that boy.
Oh, absolutely.
If he was like,
I have to carry the ladder, like, he would have lost it.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Please never date anyone like that ever, Peyton."
Yeah.
Like,
you are not welcome at this house.
Right, exactly.
Get out.
Right. No. It's a test. It's a test.
And again, bare minimum, if the boy best friend's willing to do it.
Facts.
Because, like, that's another thing is, like, the boy best friend should be, like, the bare minimum. Like, if you should be able to tell them everything, they should be able to see you at your worst, you should be able to see them at their worst. They should be willing to do random tasks with you, random, like, romantic things with, like...
The tasks for your family.
Help out with the family, like...
Right.
Just all those little things are little, like... Mm-hmm. So I guess that goes back to you wanting to know the person before you actually date them.
Right. Because I'm like, will you do this or not? Because if you're always like, no, I don't want to know, I don't want to know, I don't want to know, it's like...
I guess. But, like, I like going on dates. Especially if I don't know them ahead of time.
But, like, if you can't... But, like, let's say you got to dinner with him, you have no idea how he's going to act around your family until you introduce him. That's scary. What if you're together and then he meets your parents and he's like, "Oh, hi," and, like, walks away or something? Like, doesn't shake your dad's hand.
I feel like you can know if a guy's going to do that, though.
I don't know. Sometimes they're crazy. You pick crazy ones.
I do.
You pick some crazies.
I like them emotional.
We know.
No, I feel like you know, though. Like, going
I get it.
Like, if you date somebody enough, like, you can be like, oh, that's not gonna...
Right.
Not gonna fly.
Yeah. But no, the boy best friend was a standard.
Yeah.
I like that. That, like...
Yeah. Because, like, they're not getting anything out of it. Like...
Exactly. No, they're really not.
Like, at least your boyfriend can be like, oh, me and her are gonna go back and cuddle after.
Right.
Like, if I do this for her dad.
Yeah.
But boy best friend's not getting anything.
Exactly. He's
just
at home.
He is happy to be there.
Right.
And, like, spend time and, like, bare minimum.
Facts.
But anyways, back to the Dislikeable and why we hate them.
Right.
Is because...
But they're also the worst.
Like she said, this one, my current boy best friend...
Right.
Might be in love with me.
Is.
I
feel like might is a pretty ridiculous word at this point.
Like I said, I think we're both on the same page where we won't date each other, but there's some times where I'm like, you didn't just say that, did you? Yeah. Or like, so...
Which is crazy
issue
because...
is like, I dislike that he's trying to ruin the friendship.
Okay, but also he was like this before you guys were super close. Like I said before, I knew him first. So he was like this before you guys were close. Like he would even say random things like to me, and I'd be like, "What did you just say? Like what was that?" So like then you got even closer with him. Like, did you think it was gonna ramp down? Like I really am
Okay, but like he's flirty,
very.
so like it could be like he's just like
I don't
he's
know.
just like that.
He's like that to a fault though. And then you went and became best friends with him and see him every other day. Like it's not like he was gonna be like, okay, but I'll tone it back. Why would he tone it back? There's no reason for him to tone it back. You're gonna be around him anyways.
Yeah, he probably knows that. That's another
He's not super dumb.
Back to why we dislike the boy best friends is like you do kind of get a reliance on that person. That's why it hurts so much when you break up with them.
Yeah.
Because you have that reliance on them, and so it's kind of like I'm too far in with him. Like
that's fair.
I'm attached. Like
we don't want to get rid of him.
Me and her live very far away, so like I can't just text her and be like, "Hey, I want to go to the mall. Come with me."
That's true.
But he lives like 5 minutes down the road. Like I'm gonna text him up and say, "Hey, we're going to the mall." So I have such a reliance on him that if I just like cut him out, or even like a little bit, I'd be so sad.
I think that's so funny too, that like he's literally 5 minutes from you, and my boyfriend is also 5 minutes from me. Because like but like think about it, how many girls do you know that their boyfriend lives like 30 minutes away? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people where like their boyfriend does not live down the street.
Yeah.
Like, and to me, I'm like, I can't imagine not
being
able to like, see them every day.
Yeah, that helps.
Right.
It's like me and him have gotten so much closer because he lives so close.
Right, exactly.
And I bet that helps. You and your boyfriend first met on the bus.
Right, we did.
Like on the school bus because you lived so close
Right,
together.
exactly. Like that wouldn't have happened.
So like it definitely like
no, I love it.
Kind of helps because it's just easy.
Right, it's the best. No, like long distance, forget it. No. That's a whole nother episode though. Okay, well, Ainsley's phone died, so we had to stop filming, but I feel like we doubled down on the topic.
Wrapped it up.
I know.
We did a good job. The notes worked.
Yeah, we need to do that from now on. I like it.
So be looking out for higher quality episodes.
Right, no, let us know if you like it a little more organized, because I feel like it was more organized.
It is more organized.
Okay, good.
Because you talked, then I talked.
Right, like, and I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's good. Anyways, well, thank y'all for listening and watching.
Don't forget to stream everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and Spotify, and Apple Music. Did I say TikTok?
And TikTok.
And TikTok in case I haven't said it.
Bye, bitch.